Creating a new school song is very similar to our other workshop program, Creating a Hit Song, where our goal is to teach kids the process of songwriting. And so within the 1 hour time frame that we're working with each group, we try to take them through the idea of what it takes to make a song. You know, where do ideas come from? What are different styles of music? Which ones are most appropriate? And the choices that artists make. How to shape words into meter and rhythm and rhyme. And then once they sort of see what that process is like, we say, well, now that we've kind of practiced on a random subject, we're going to do the same thing, but the subject is now your school. And we brainstorm with each group about what makes the school special. And once we've met with all the grades, we take all the ideas, use as many of the kids' direct quotes as possible, and we do the shaping, so that the school then has a song that really represents what they're about and what their values are. And then once the children have that song and rehearse it with the music teacher, we come back usually about a month to 6 weeks later and record the entire school singing it. After that, there are either CDs produced, or now, you know, it can be downloaded, and the children then have the ability to have a copy of the song as a memento and a keepsake for years to come. We've been really surprised and delighted with what people have chosen to do with the school song when it's finished. We have people who use it at graduation. Some folks sing it at field day. We have one school on Long Island that I think still 8 years later plays it every Friday before dismissal as a way to send the kids off on their weekend.
Another school decided to create an orchestration, an arrangement for, I think that was their jazz band. And so they play it at their graduation as an instrumental.
And at the band concerts as well. And a lot of schools now, with the technology moving at the pace that it is, are using it for their own, you know, podcasts as a backdrop or a background music for a slide presentation, or as something they use on the website.
We had Beth and Scott last year, I believe, and they proposed an idea for doing a school song. And that was special, extra special for Martin Avenue, because we're a relatively new school, and that's part of our story. We opened in September 2001, after having been closed for 23 years. So we were a newly organized school, newly reopened, still fairly new even when Beth and Scott came. And we were still building ourselves into a community, this cohesive thing that was Martin Avenue with our own identity. And a school song, that's just like the finishing touch. So we said, yeah, let's do it. They met with me, they met with the PTA president, our music teacher, right from the beginning. Beth and Scott wanted the music teacher in the planning stages. They asked us questions that really impressed me, like, what does your school feel like? What's the climate? What's the story of the school? They understood the complexities of a school, that the scheduling involved, there's intrusion into the classroom at time, and that they were sensitive to all of these things, and that made it very painless and very easy to do. They didn't just get information from the kids, like, what was your favorite day? What was field day like? Who's your favorite teacher? They asked questions that made kids respond from an emotional or recollection level. So they could capture a deeper level of information from the kids. And I got to play a saxophone solo, and truly that was fun and exciting, but even on a serious level, they inspired and encouraged me as a fellow musician who had put down his instrument, that I could be a kid again and pick it up and practice and play a solo.